Virgo, you're in such a transition right now. It's supremely important that we talk about what's happening in your horoscope right now, because we've got a new moon taking place in the sign of Aquarius, your 6th house. That takes place on the 1st of the month, February 2022. This is this month's reading for you. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au, and welcome to those of you that are new and happen to be born under the sign of Virgo. I'm talking about this new moon, very, very important, because it sets the trend for the month straight off the bat, and that's very close to the planet Saturn. New moon in Aquarius, close to Saturn. Responsible actions surrounding your service, your work, the methodology by which you live, and your day-to-day activities. It has an impact on your most intimate workplace relationships as well. The new moon definitely transforms your attitude to people, and that's also shown by the retrograde movement of Mercury, your ruler, in this last few weeks into the 5th house, from the 6th house of work and daily routine into the 5th house, which is the deeper spiritual mind. And it's right now in the company of Pluto, which can demolish, whether you like it or not, the methods by which you do your work, by which you think. And thinking in particular is very, very important for you. It's your ruling planet. It rules the analytical component of your nature. And with it being in Capricorn, an earth sign, you are rethinking a whole lot of things in terms of money, in terms of speculation, investment, if that's your thing. The 5th house, in which it's retrogressing now, is also to do with creativity. And I want to talk about creativity, because creativity is not just about painting and music and, sculpting and all that sort of stuff. Creativity has to do with the way in which you manage the day-to-day affairs of your life. Creative thinking gives you the power and insight to find the solutions you need for those life processes that can bog you down, cause obstructions and challenges. So I want you to look at creativity in a completely new light after this. And sometimes the only way to get to these new creative opportunities is for the old traditional methodologies you've adhered to be completely annihilated. That's the job of Pluto. So I want you to go into this month fearlessly, Virgo. Like I said, chewing your fingernails there, thinking, oh my God, what has he got in store for me? This is more of an internal process, although it may play out in some of your romantic episodes here, because right now you've got your ruler, Venus. Sorry, you've got the second ruler, Venus, which has just been retrogressing in this area. You've got Mars, which is an uncomfortable planet for you, ruling your 8th house. So the 2nd and the 8th rulers, these are finance sectors in the 5th house, have to do with speculation, have to do with love affairs as well. They have to do with intimacy and passion. But the whole crux of this message for you this month is this retrograde Mercury taking place next to Pluto and transforming the way you view, communicate, think and approach all of the problems in life, doing so in a more creative manner. The 12th of February, we see the conjunction of Mercury, your ruler, with Pluto. Then we see it entering back into the 6th house. The annihilation, let's maybe pull back a little bit on that. I don't want to scare the bejesus out of you. I mean, this can simply be a whole new perspective on how you're going to approach things. And I think it's important that if you've been troubled by someone in your workplace, someone giving you a hard time, the political landscape at your work, then this retrograde Mercury, then moving back forward over Pluto, is going to give you a double slam, a double insight, I think, into how to best approach your work, your health, and a lot of those other things we've been talking about for some time for you. Now, there's also a full moon on the 17th, which is just at that time just after that time, we see your ruler move back into the sign of Aquarius. Where is that full moon? In your 12th house. 12th house is interesting because 12th house is the secrets. So you may have to go undercover here. You know, I mentioned some of the political maneuvers at work. You know, the goalposts changing, the earth shifting beneath your feet. Sounds like I'm going to sing a song in a moment. They're all good lyrics, but this is serious stuff, because if you're too open about your strategy, you may actually fall over. You've got to remain secretive. You've got to be tight-lipped. And don't share your strategy with anyone too easily this month. Then you're going to get to the bottom of where all those problems are, and you're going to have a strategic edge against your competitors, against the people that have been out to get you, people that are trying to undermine you, that sort of thing. So the 12th house is actually considered a spiritual house, but that spiritual energy can be used in a strategic way. You've got to be shrewd to get ahead this month, Virgo. A couple of other aspects there. The sun moves to Pisces. That's your 7th house. That's great. You've already got Jupiter there. That's going to give you a last-minute reprieve in terms of your one-on-one relationships. That can improve things, bring a ray of sunshine into your love life. And finally, on the 25th, Mercury again squaring Uranus. A little bit of a scatty period there. Uranus is again ruling that 6th house. You may think you've solved everything. There may be a little bit of a recapitulation, some unexpected little changes in the work schedule just at the end of the month, 25th, 26th, 27th. So be aware of that. Note that down in your schedule. And I will be here again next month. Hope to join you again. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends. Drop me a note. Go over to astrology.com.au and read up more. There's lots more there on what's happening this month, next month, and for the rest of the year for that matter. Bye-bye. See you soon.